to a day in the life with the Aboriginal LostPhoenixWolf on my channel. Today is still September 9th, doing my 4th video for my viewers. And let's continue off from what I was talking about in the last video. So, in the last video, I was talking about dreams anyways, about dreams. I took about a 15-minute break here and because I wanted to breathe and stay awake and trying to continue this. You know, sometimes there's a dream that you're trying to continue, or not finished, and you get pulled out of a dream. Somehow you wake up and it's like, come on, leave me alone. Like, I can't believe I woke up from that, and it's like, oh, I don't want to wake up right now. Like, I want to go back to bed and finish my dream. Like, come on. Like, it all depends what kind of dream it is, too. It's, if it's, adult kind of dream, I get pulled from that dream so many different times. I never get a chance to finish it ever in my dream. And, not a lot that's going on like that in my life anyway. Like, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, that's the last thing in my mind. I don't really care anymore on that. So anyway, there's all kinds of different meanings in dreams. Like, that's another thing too. Like, people find out that I'm half Indian, Native, Aboriginal, whatever. They're always asking me weird questions like, "Oh, I had this dream and it's about this and that, and it felt like this and stuff like that. What does my dream mean?" It's like, I'm not that kind of a person to actually, explain to you what the dream means. And then you get a lot of stereotypical stuff like, do you still have to hunt for your food? Do you still have teepees? Do you like to wear leather or fur on a daily basis? Do you guys really do smoke signals because you don't have a cell phone? Do you guys use a spear when you hunt? Are you a spear chucker? Or like, there's not many around anymore, is there? There's a lot of you guys have died years ago. Like, so many of you guys died. There's so many different things. Like, what is scone bread? What is fry bread? What is bannock? How do you make that? It's like, you guys always make corn soup, stuff like that? Indian donuts? Or like, is it true you guys usually, make babies with your cousins or marry your cousins? I hear a lot of stereotypical things, like a lot of things, but, as a kid, kind of hurt, or, don't know what some of these things mean, or I've heard it before, even like hateful words like wagon burner and squaw and spear chucker, dirty brown skin, I don't know. There's so many different stereotypical things that I've been through my life, and I got to a point where, whoops, I was getting a call coming in and I don't want to take the call right now. He's going to have to wait. So many different stereotypical things, as a kid or, teenager, kind of hurt and stuff. And then I got older, get used to it, and then it's like, it doesn't really bother me. Sometimes, I get into the joke and then not go into the joke because I've heard it before and it doesn't really bother me anymore. Like calling me a native prick or native boy or whatever, whatever it is. And so anyway, just people in general are asking me like, oh, my great-great-great-great-great-grandma was native, and maybe we might be related. Or do you know so-and-so or so-and-so and so-and-so or so-and-so? Or if so, we might be cousins. Or that, hey, I've seen you before. Like, I've seen you someplace. It's like, oh, maybe you were in a, maybe you have a cousin that looks like you in the documentary. You know, that person's dead now, though. But anyway, moving on from that, I mean, people always asking me about what does dream mean, what does that mean, and I can, you know, explain it. I mean, it's just weird, you know, people ask me that. But sometimes, you know, it all depends on what the dream's about and how it feels and stuff like that. It's only as real as you want it to be real. Sometimes there is meanings to dreams. Sometimes dreams don't really mean nothing at all. Sometimes, you know, hey, I had this dream, and then 2 weeks to 2 months later, whatever they're gonna say, that dream came true, and I knew that was gonna happen, so I took a different path and changed things. Like, oh yeah, cool. Or I don't know. I'm trying to give me an example. I don't know. I'm trying to give you guys an example here. Give you guys an example. I don't know. Like, sometimes things mean stuff. Like, okay, there's spirit animal. They always ask me about spirit animal. My animal protector is, you know, that season bird, that peacock, you know, technicolor bird. And I guess my other protector, secondary, I can't really separate him from either or, is the wolf, you know. I've always liked the wolf, you know. I got wolf pictures, and, you know, I got them on my computer, my laptop, my phone, on the wall, calendar. I was watching that documentaries of wolves and huskies and all kinds of stuff like that. And then sometimes people, you know, what does the dream mean? How come this happened or that happened, or, you know, what if that does happen? And it's just weird, you know, people always ask me, you know, certain things and stuff. And sometimes, you know, get into it, and maybe it's meaning this, or maybe it's meaning that. It's like, there's somebody that might, you know, haven't seen my life for a long time. Maybe they come for a visit, or, you know, there's, you know, sometimes there's some meaning in some, you know, what they think it's going to happen in their life, or something, you know, they lost a loved one in their life, and, you know, that loved one was taken out of their life too soon, and it was like given a message. And I don't know, I try to make sense of certain things, and, you know, if the topic is, you know, good to talk about and actually does seem like has some kind of meaning, or, you know, something about it. Sometimes I do talk about certain things like that, but sometimes I try not to get into it, try not to get involved with it. It's like, oh, I don't know, you know, maybe this or maybe that, or, you know, it's like, I can't really tell you about it, you know. Sometimes I don't want to get into it. Like, I don't want to get deep into certain things and stuff like that. It's also, you know, it's tough to say this. There's a feeling in my life, or something about, you know, about my life. It's weird to talk about this. It's hard to talk about it. Ever since I was, you know, a young teenager to a little bit, you know, adult years anyway, I could, you know, brush up against somebody, or I give somebody a hug, or I shook somebody's hand, and in that instant I would feel that, you know, I know them more than, you know, that I've known them for a few minutes. It's like, I know that they had a good life, or a bad life, or something's going to happen to them. There's a friend, you know, I gave her a hug one time, and I told her, I said, I know this seems weird, but sometimes I have that feeling, you know, that they're good or bad, or, you know, I told her, I said, I know this sounds weird, but you are pregnant, and it's going to be a girl. And she was like, what? No, I'm not pregnant. And I said, yes. I gave you a hug, and you are pregnant, and it's going to be a girl. Don't tell me how. Don't ask me how I know. I just know. It's weird. Like sometimes I'll shake somebody's hand and know if they're good or bad person. You know, good or bad person, or something's going to happen in their life, or somebody in their life. There's something around them. A family member. Something's going to happen to a family member, or I would just have some kind of. I'll be walking through this big parking lot, and in my mind is like, something is lost. Like somebody lost something. Something needs to be found. I walk across that parking lot, I'll find somebody's ID, or I find a coin, or some kind of item in this parking lot. This big, vast parking lot, no other cars, nobody around. I pick up the coin, put it in my hand. It's like, this person needed this money. They lost it, and they think they need this money back. And then I bump into that person. Eventually, it's like, hey, I found this. I think you lost this. But like, yeah, I did lose this money. Like even if it's a coin, a loonie or a toonie or a dollar bill or $2, $4, $5, $5 or something like that. Or a certain item, and it's like, okay, I've seen you before sometime. I don't know where I've seen you. Check. I used to wear a pouch and stuff like that time. Feeling my pouch like that. This is you, isn't it? Be like, whoa, really? That is me. It's like, thank you. I've been looking for that. It's hard to get another copy of that, and I thank you for helping you out with that. And it's just weird. I looked up on that, and it's just weird because I don't know if I've ever said this before. I think I said it in a video a long time ago. But before my great uncle passed away, he did a brief fortune for me. He said to me, he goes, hold on a second, let's see how much time I got left. He says to me that, do you have fallen out of the timeline? This is not your body. This is not your life, but it is your soul. That you were supposed to be born before or born after. But only you can figure out a way to get back to your own timeline. And something about, feathers of a bird and something to have to do or something like that. And, he was a fortune teller, and it just blew me away. And then I did, just research on that, and I don't know, check out with the Google and check out Indigo, Star Child. Did some research on that, and I do really feel that I'm, one of them. And I've taken medications as a young, kid and early teenager, and it's kind of killed, that, and I've given up on that, feeling like that, like having that feeling, hugging somebody and stuff like that. And I don't really have much more to say now, guys. Just might as well just wrap this up. If you guys like this video, please do hit the like button. Please subscribe to me. And share this video on a channel. It might benefit you, it might benefit me. Please do tell your friends and family about me. Thank you for viewing this video every time you guys watch it. Hope you all have nice days, morning, and night. Remember, it's better to be Aboriginal than original.